Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I am here in Burlington, Massachusetts for a family thing. Actually, two family things. Hold on, G. He's getting a lot of good smells over here. Hold on, G. So we've got an 80th birthday and then an 82nd birthday. That's what God bless, huh? It's amazing. So what G and I wanted to talk about is, we've talked about a life minute budget before, and I think it's really important to stress because I catch myself also, even though I'm very aware. Our life minutes, to spend them like they're cash. Spend your life minutes as if they are cash, because I don't think we realize always, not right up front, the value. We can't even put English or any language. We can't even, put words on our life minutes. That's all we've got. Yet, we can be so frivolous with how we spend them. We wouldn't spend $200, I don't think, on a yard sale sweater with a hole in the elbow, from Moss or something. You just wouldn't do it. And the flip side of that is not only to not blow and waste and frivolously spend our life minutes on things and people who really don't bring us joy and don't, there's nothing, never mind toxics, they should be released like helium balloons, but also to really proactively invest in our relationships. Proactively invest in our relationships. When you watch 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds, they're investing every ounce of energy they have in that child who's right in front of them, or that grandma who's right in front of them, or that dad who's right in front of them. If they're 100% focused on what they're doing in the sandbox. And I think we can learn a lot from 3 and 4-year-olds that way. And so the reason I was inspired, G and I were inspired, is we're surrounded by cousins and just a big, big fat Greek wedding, if you saw that movie, Irish version. And I'm not saying it's perfect. Of course it isn't. Sometimes somebody has an issue with this one or that one or whatever. But overall, it's really, really, really good. But you don't get to be at like 80th and 82nd birthday celebrations if there's no investment of energy along the way. I mean, it just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And so, and there's actually studies on it. That there's a famous Harvard study. It's a longitudinal study, which of course means it's kind of like passing a baton in a track race. The person actually researches and gets too old, maybe passes on, and it's the next person. And they found out, hands down, you can look it up, Google it, famous Harvard longitudinal study on happiness. And they found that the number one for longevity, meaning the longer life you're going to live, right? The longest life you're going to live, the longevity and